What's going on, y'all? We got another market open. It's about game time. Let's see what we can do. Today is FOMC, and there's a lot of major earnings coming today, so I don't plan on like forcing anything. Really gonna wait till some of our levels hit. We're opening at this 658.50 level, which is pretty good. But I just want to see kind of what the market does today. This is 657. Let's see. 657 levels trying to hold. What is SPY doing? SPY's at like 710. POT are very weak off the open. Tap in the top of this zone 65650. Oh my goodness, it's cold. We could maybe look for a long entry around like 65550, maybe. Or if we reclaim 657, but I'd like to see us above 660 for longs, to be honest. This is around SPY 710 level. Nvidia 211 could continue flushing if it rejects that 212. Not much is happening right now. We are bouncing off 657, which is pretty good. But like I said, that's SPY 710. Nothing looks too appetizing right now. Want to see if we can catch a trade before in the first hour. If not, I probably just won't take no trades because, like I said, it's a lot of major earnings today and FOMC. So if the market was a chop, I just wouldn't be too shocked or surprised. Because I think Meta, Microsoft, Google, all reports today, so it's a lot of reports. So Dare to believe. Let's see how our video's doing. If it's doing anything. We're testing this 65850 level. This is where we shorted yesterday. Let's see, this 65850 short is working again. Or it looks like it wants to work again. That's a good reclaim on a 15 minute. Swept 657, held it, holding this bullish order block on a 15 minute. Actually, it closed below, so that's not a good time. Boring. Let's see if we can see anything. Do we see anything? 65750. If we retest 657 and hold, we can maybe go long off that. That's not a terrible idea. Only thing I don't like is that 658 rejection. I'm trying to wait for like 20 more cents, and I'm gonna get filled here. All right, I got filled on some longs. I want to see if we can hold this 65750, and then see if we can start the flip and push up. I like this 5 minute hold. Um, just a little bit of size for the first trade, small size for the first trade. See if we can get a good start. What I want to see is a 65850 reclaim. If we can reclaim that, I think we can push up and maybe test these pre-market highs, at the 660 range, up about 8% already. But I'll be right back really fast. Hopefully this trade just continues going. I'm gonna be watching it from my phone, but let's see if we can continue ripping. If we reclaim 658, we should get a good move. And then after 658, 659, of course, and then like I said, 660 is where our strike price is. So if we get in the money on 660, these contracts will explode. Okay, let's see. What are we wicking off of? 659, up about 15%. Pretty good. Pretty good. %. Got the 1 minute close above 65850. I'd like to see this build above it. If we could build above it, I think we can get the push we're looking for. Did see almost like 20%, so I might try to keep this trade at break even stops, because if we reject here, it's possible we could go lower, because this is a felt breakout of 65850, so still up about 10%. We'll see if we can get the push we're looking for. Still got 2 minutes on this candle, so still looking good. Still looking good. about 20% here. Getting this squeeze above 658. If we can get a strong close, take out this order block on the 1 minute, I think we look really good. I'll take some trims probably up here around the 659 area. Here we go. All right, this is 659. We're up 25% here. Oh shit, I do not have as much size as I thought I did. Alright, I'm gonna take a trim here at 30%. And then I'm gonna just hold this runner. This is looking good though. Got this close above 658.50. I want to see if this can get to 660 on this runner. If this can get to 660, if we squeeze above 660, this contract could definitely explode. But if we can get to like 660, I think that'll be a pretty good trade. Still up about 30%. We'll probably get a retest around that 658.50 level. So that's what I'm gonna want to see hold. I mean, hopefully we don't go back down there, but if we do, I think that's the level we retest, and that's what I would want to see hold 658.50. You see we got a bullish fair value gap right there as well. So, but hopefully this just takes off and doesn't even test the fair value gap. Intel, somebody saying watch Intel. Still up about 25% here. Oops. Uh, this is the true reality of trading. I'm so tired today. Whoa. All right, we're gonna pull back to the 65850 level now. So this is where about I want to see hold. Hey, why my music stop? Still up about 15%. All right, this is our 65850 tap. So this is where I would love for us to hold. I'm gonna keep this runner stop around break even. Maybe even 10% to be honest. This is VWAP test. If this can hold right here and flip, I think we'll be good to that 660 level. Back up 10%. Oh, I didn't even see how low I got. Wasn't even paying attention. Come on, Q's. Hold 65850. 1 minute looks like it's trying to reclaim it. Oh, 1 minute did reclaim it. This is a new 15-minute candle, so. Only thing is we are looking a little bearish. So we're going against the grain a little bit, but like I said, I love this 65850 level if we hold it. I like the way we reclaimed it. Got a really good entry for it as well, so. Reclaimed at 12 EMA. We just need this to bounce and hold. Still hovering around like this 10% area. Got my finger on the trigger here. right, back up about 10%. Not the biggest fan of that close, but closing above VWAP, we did close under 65850, so I'm gonna still let this play out some. Because if we break this 65850 level again, we can easily squeeze. Take out these highs back at 65930, and after that we'll test, you know, about 65980 level, hopefully. If we can get above that, then we see our 660. Past 660, we try to go see 662. So but that's why we take trims, because if we break even, we at least made some profit for the day. Nothing crazy, but I would always rather be green than red. And we know our trade idea, you know, worked. At least, you know, it went green. If you got the 657 entry though, you definitely made some money. It's hovering at the 658 level. It might want to sweep it. I was hoping it didn't want to sweep, but it looked like it might want to sweep it first. It's holding the 65820. Oh, as soon as I said that. We've still got 6.5 minutes on this 15-minute candle, which is gonna kind of be my, you know, determining factor. Will I hold for the whole 6.5 minutes? It depends on, you know, how we're closing on these 5-minute candles. I would like to see this just hold VWAP and continue to rip. I know that's a very strong, that's one in a strong trend, but I think we can do it. I think you can do it, Q's. If nobody else think you can do it, I think you can do it. At about 3% here. About break even on this trade right now. That was like the sweep-ish of 658. My finger's like ready to go. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see if y'all can see that. My finger's like ready to go on the sell button. Alright, my hard stop is gonna be 657.80. Wouldn't be surprised if it just tapped it and flipped. That might be the long entry. Would like to see this previous candle low hold. Let me see something. There we go, a little bit of juice. If it holds here, that's perfect. If it holds here, we know what our stop is, but still got 4 minutes in this candle, so could flip any second. I do like seeing the hold at this 50% mark, though. Just has to keep going. Up about 7%. This is NVIDIA 210. I like the way this PLTR chart is looking. Let's see if Qs can flip for us. Whoa. I didn't even see that happen. I would have sold if I seen that. Unless that's just a misprint. But that's a good sign, I guess. Misprint, and then we start pushing up. Back up about 10% here. One minute looks like it wants to reclaim 65850 unless it rejects here, but hopefully not. Back up about 15% here. This looks pretty good if this 5 minute can close strong, or at least above 65850. Kind of watching this 1 minute trend. If this 1 minute can keep trending, we look really good. 2 minute closed above 65850. All right, guys, I'm gonna get filled on some more contracts here off this 65850 retest. Probably a little bit of an early entry, but I want to see if we can just hold this, flip and bounce. Um, I'll continue holding this runner for the long run, but the contracts I just added, I'll probably sell out a little quicker on. Went in with just a little more size, so you know, a quicker, a decent move would pay me pretty good for the entry I just got. It's not one that I want to hold for too long. But like I said, the runner I got on my other contract, I'll just continue holding. We go getting a decent push. Up about 20% and 6%. What I'm saying is if we get above this bearish order block, oh my god, we're gonna get paid. It's kind of struggling right now, but still looks really good. I would love to see this just go though. Just go and squeeze. Got our pullback, reclaimed our level, retested our level, right? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, failed it, reclaimed it, retested it. This is where I would like to see it just kind of start to pick up. This is 659. If we can just get above this 659 level. What I don't want to see is it just chop around in this 657 to like 659.50 range. Like I said, it'd be amazing if we could tap 660. Ouch. Shit hit me in the ass. Alright, we're up 10% on the new contracts. Look like it's kind of building up and trying to go. I wanna be down with you. And Q's trying to push up to test the 200 in EMA. It's rejecting a little bit though, off the 50 EMA. Pushing back down to 658 here. As long as we hold VWAP, I think we're good in this trade. SPY looks like it wants to go. Q's is just holding us back. SPY looks way cleaner. SPY looks cleaner as of right now. The Q's chart definitely looks like, because we haven't tested the 662 on Q's, but if we look at SPY, we've kind of already like tested these highs from the other day. So yeah, like 713, we have already tested that. Q's we haven't tested 662 yet. So that's kind of what I'm trying to retest, like the 662, since we haven't tested it on Q's. I mean, 660 is around my take profit, but this could squeeze to 662 possibly. Back up about 10% on our new contracts. Bullish order block coming in on the 1 minute. Up about 30% on our first trade, almost 15 on our second. Here we go. I have another chart over here if y'all keep wondering why I'm looking this way. 20% and 30% looking pretty good. 659.50 is being tested. If we close above this bearish order block right here, let me tell you. All right, I'm gonna take some trims at this 20% mark on our new contracts. and just leave some runners. Here we go. Up about 40% again, and 25%. The 660 calls are about to explode soon because we're going to be at that strike price. And so if we get above that, this is going to pay pretty good. Oh, yeah, here we go. 45%, 32%. %50. 'Alright, we're up about 41% and 30%. Sorry, I'm doing so much at once. I ain't even been talking. I think we're seeing a high of 50%. We got that 660 tap. So if we can close above 660 and hold it for a while, I think we can get another pretty good squeeze. So I'm gonna tighten risk up though to about 659. What level were we struggling to break for the longest? 659.20 is gonna be my stop. $45%. Here we go. Looks like we're about to take out this high. $50 on our first entry. Man, those 661 contracts are moving way better. Entry was nowhere as good. I'm already up 40% on them. Those 55%, 40%. I'm gonna move risk up. I'm gonna start trailing risk pretty tight. Actually, no. What did I say my risk was earlier? I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm still like halfway asleep, y'all. I'm so tired. Um, but I want to see. Back to what I was saying. Risk could be 659.20 because that's our 12 EMA. But I really don't even want to see it come back down to the 12. I want to see this just continue pushing. If we close above this 5-minute order block, we will rip. Which this is pre-market highs. So if we close above pre-market highs, we will take off. I was hoping that these 660 contracts would do better. Once we got above 660, we're like 40 cents above them, and they're not really moving as good. So maybe if we break these pre-market highs, they'll kind of take off, but we'll see. We might get the close above it. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. Oh. Oh. Just barely missed it. Or did we get it on the 1 minute? Up about 60% here on the runners. 50% on our other runners. Here we go. Here we go. 66%. right, I'm gonna move stops up to 660.50 on our first set of contracts. We're up about 70%. %70. I don't know if I already said 70%. All right. I'm going to full sell our first trade. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sell our first trade at 72%. $62 on our other contracts. Sorry, I had somebody talking about Nvidia. Up 61% on the second contracts. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful day. looking for this 662. We look really good, so that's why I'm not talking as much in this video. Cause I mean, there's not a lot to talk about. I'm gonna be honest. It's just a matter of this squeezing up to 662. We are rejecting 661 right now. But as long as we hold above these pre-market highs, we're good. So I'll probably put stop at 660 to be honest. On this runner. Still up 50%. If you watched the pre-market video, that's where all the game is, in the pre-market videos. How long is this video? An hour and 13 minutes. Oh my gosh. Let me go ahead and get a thumbnail ready for this video. Let me see, we did 70% and 50%. So we'll just say 100+% on QQQ today. Shout out ChatGPT, man. Shout out ChatGPT for the thumbnails. Looks like we're holding 660.20. So I'm actually move my stop up to 660.20. Back up like 55% here. %60. How is SPY moving compared to Qs? Oh my gosh, look how clean SPY is compared to Qs. Hold on. I mean, Qs is still pretty clean, right? But yeah, I guess Qs is just as clean, but SPY from the jump. You had your pullback, 710 pullback, sweep of 710, swept it, got your entry here, and you literally had no drawdown after. Like, if you got in right at 710, you probably went down 1%, if that, depending on where you got filled. and made a $2 move. Clean. This one, Q's entry was a little more difficult. Wasn't as clean. I mean, well, we got a really good entry, 65750, but or did we get in at 65750? We got in like 65780. I'm sorry. Yeah, like 80 to 70 is where I got in, and I mean I had no drawdown as well, but spot just looked way cleaner on chart. Still up about 45%. Coming up on our stop at this low, 660.30. But I'm gonna slide my stop down to 660.20 actually. That's my hard stop for today. After this trade, I will be done until FOMC. Saving the rest of my cash till FOMC. Because why not? See if we can catch some after FOMC moves. I'm watching the 5 minutes to see if I can catch a quick trade. I need to get that. Somebody's drawing up an NVIDIA game plan and they're making me want to look at the NVIDIA chart. Does look really good right now. Like 210.80. Target 212. Get an entry at 210.80 and target 212. Alright, I'm gonna get filled on this NVIDIA. I kinda like it. And I'll use 210.50 as stop. Or like 210.40. Probably risking about 10-15%. Not bad at all. right, back to Qs. We still haven't hit our stop on Qs, so. Down about 10% on Nvidia right now. Want to see it hold here. Wouldn't be surprised if it swept in the zone a little bit, but I would like to see it hold here. Qs is pushing back up, so. Back up 50% on Qs. %60 on Qs. Here we go, QQQ. Making equal highs at this 661 level. If we break that, we should just rip. Like I said, I want this 662 to hit. 15 minute looks really good though, so I'm not even stressed about this trade. 15 minute look like it want to take off. We might go for 664 to be honest. Nvidia back green, hovering around green right now. If QQQ breaks the 661, we'll squeeze to 662. Down about 10% again on Nvidia. I don't like this 15-minute candle. Hopefully we get a bounce soon. I was liking the way Q's was looking. But, well, I mean, we still got 4 minutes on this candle, so let me not say it looks any worse than what it does. But if we can break these highs on Q's, I think we should squeeze. boring. $55% on Qs. 10% on Nvidia. Here we go. Let's pick up. Here we go. $18% on Nvidia. $55 on Qs. It's almost 10 o'clock. This video is at an hour and a half. These trades are going green. Y'all see my entries, y'all see my targets, y'all see my blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna get ready to cut this here. I don't want to get this to a 2-hour video. But I think we did really good today for FOMC day. I might trade a little bit post FOMC, but for the most part, I'm good for today. Especially if this Nvidia gets to ripping, because these contracts are already printing really nice as far as how much it's moving. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This was a longer video, but that's how the market goes sometimes. So let's continue making this money. Oh my goodness, let's continue making this money. All right.